aside from all the good Met fun that we're having, let's face it, the off-season is tough on everybody.
Oh, yeah. And while players and coaches get away to second homes,
island retreats,
the rest of us have little to do but count down the days to the beginning of spring training.
And that's when we decided to spend the rent money and go on a Hemingway-esque sojourn to a place with spectacular beaches, fine wine, beautiful women, and renowned art.
And since the flights to Port St. Lucie were booked, we headed to Barcelona.
Hola, churros!
It was divine intervention that led us here.
That's right, a higher power brought us here not only to pay homage to Catalonia, make ourselves whole, and to salute the many Latino players on the New York Metropolitans.
We need to get out of New York and away from the baseball climate, so to speak.
See.
The story became crystal clear after mucho cervezas.
Mucho cervezas.
Mucho cervezas. In Catalan, the language of this autonomous region of Spain, the word Larussa roughly translates, and I mean roughly translates, to the ruse.
And historically speaking, the Larussa family here in Barcelona has a history of deceit.
That's right. Participating in the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
And with his family history, specifically his family history that's been fabricated here in Barcelona, his hands are dirty, Matt.
Filthy.
So, Matt, we're going to do more than just talk sports in a foreign setting here in Barcelona.
We're going to expose Tony the Ruse Larussa and his card cheats in a powerfully embellished report.
That will blow the lid off the past season and potentially award World Series rings to their rightful heirs,
the New York Metropolitans.
Es verdad.
Matt, let's tell a little bit more of the Tony La Russa's story.
Okay.
He grew up in Tampa, Florida, which we all know is the capital of deceit, avarice, and vice. He was nothing but a middling baseball player. He only amassed 168 at-bats in 8 seasons.
The guy only had 168 at-bats in 8 seasons?
Not very impressive.
No. So what does a guy that stinks at baseball do, Matt?
Well, when you're a lousy baseball player, you go and study law, the most weaselly of professions.
Which means he is trained in dancing around the issue?
Exactly. Hey, I just remembered something. 1989 World Series, where his Oakland A's defeat the San Francisco Giants 4-0. How? Well, we know that Larussa met with seismologists to predict exactly when that earthquake was going to hit San Francisco, thereby rattling the Giants.
How about the lineup they had to face? You had Carney Lansford, the Hendersons, Ricky and Dave, Mark McGuire, Jose Canseco, steroids all over the place, we think probably could be.
Maybe.
What's Larussa? He's a lawyer.
Right. What kind of a profession is a lawyer?
A weasel.
A weasel.
So we have to fight fire with fire.
That's right. We actually have to take this to a court of law.
And press charges, file a suit.
And we're going to do that in the International Court of Law.
Here in the International Court. So we have taken the right steps and filed our claim with the International Court.
What we have to do is present the evidence to back up our case.
All right, let's go.
Onward!
And off we went. Matt went his way and I went mine.
This whole business with Larussa was driving me nuts. Barcelona was filled with informants, but it was also teeming with his goons. It was important for me to blend in.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
This kind of exhaustive investigative journalism requires muchos café con leches. So it was time to cook up some hard facts and dig deep into this city's underbelly. It keeps the paranoia in check.
Matt, they say the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Well, we're here today to drop Spanish bombs on top of Tony La Russa, the architect of a heinous, heinous crime against the New York Mets and all of Major League Baseball. The architect of this evil, evil plot is going to come down. His whole facade is going to be exposed today on Meet the Mets.
We simply can't get away from things Met-centric here in Barcelona. It just means that wherever you go, people know the Mets are clean. And being here, it just underscores the whole Larussa Cardinal sin, if you will. Tony La Russa is dirty, folks. He's dirty. Hey, Tony, Look around. We've got Naranja and Azul. Yeah, Naranja y Azul aquí in Barcelona, Tony Larussa. And you know what that means? The people here know that the Mets are clean. And they also know, Tony, that you're dirty. They know you've got dirt on your hands. Hey, Larussa, you listening to me now? There's a washer right there with a number 5 on it, Cinco. There's one with a 7 on it, Siete. You know what that means? Reyes and Wright, play clean. Why don't you just come clean, pal? They're not like you, pal. You're all washed up. You're dirty. Admit it. Come clean, Larussa. Come clean. We now know that Tony Larussa will throw the proverbial book out the window in a win-at-all-cost type scenario.
Let's cut to 2006. How does Tony Larussa cheat the Mets in the NLCS? Well, first of all, he's got those crazy glasses. They've got two-way mirrors in them. They shine tiny shafts of light into our hitters' and pitchers' eyes, thereby throwing their game just off.
Yeah, and he's also got So Taguchi putting his Pokemon hex on Billy Wagner. No way that guy hits a 2-run jack off of Wags otherwise.
Cheesy, old-school cheating.
Yeah, and you know what? We may have lost in an international court, counselor, but we got special glasses too. And you, Corey Hart, and Meet the Mets, we all wear our glasses at night. And we got news for you, buddy. Our eyes are on you. We're watching you, pal.
Watch your back, counselor.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a